want to feel control over chaotic surroundings.
Engaging Deville DTS North Star system.
And to take on every part of my world.
Commencing OnStar communications and assistance services.
And have a nightlife.
Projecting night vision. All systems go.
The all-new Deville DTS. The power of and. The fusion of design and technology. Cadillac.
Hello everyone. Today, let's take an in-depth look at this beautiful 2005 Cadillac Deville 4.6-liter North Star V8. This will be a full in-depth tour of the Cadillac. We'll start it up, show the engine, and give you as much of detail on the interior as well as exterior, and take it for a quick test drive. This vehicle is owned by my dad. It's a beautiful car though. Very, very clean for its age. The exterior color is metallic blue with a gray leather interior. So without further ado, let's go and start it up and let it run. As I said, it's a metallic blue exterior with a gray leather interior and vinyl accents throughout. Very clean. We'll demonstrate all of the unique features of this vehicle after we do a tour of the exterior. This particular vehicle has 161,379 miles. That little indication on the bottom there, check washer fluid, is because there's a bad sensor in the washer bottle. Let's go on and turn on the lights, as well as the hazards. We'll check out the exterior, shall we? Windows are automatic up and down on the driver's side. This is the 4th generation DeVille sedan, I believe. Sitting on a, I believe H-body, G or H-body frame. It's not a Fisher body like my Cutlass, but it has the dynamic air ride suspension. So when it goes down the road, it basically floats. It's one of the softest riding cars I've ever ridden in. LED brake lights and turn signals. DeVille logo. Dual exhaust. North Star symbol. Aluminum hubcaps with the wreath impressed. Wreath logo. OnStar and SiriusXM SACE antenna. One thing I'll demonstrate in a second, after I turn the hazards off, you see these side marker lights? When you turn the turn signal on, the side marker lights illuminate. I'll demonstrate that now. As demonstrated here. Look carefully, see that marker light is turned on. They'll do it on both sides when you turn the turn signal on. It's a pretty cool feature. Let's go and pop the hood. This particular vehicle has Cadillac's North Star 4.6-liter variable valve timing V8. EPA estimated miles to the gallon is 18 city, 34 highway. One thing that's neat about these engines is when the engine is not needing, or the vehicle, I should say, is not needing torque, the engine can actually shut itself down halfway. So right now, it's running as an 8-cylinder, so both banks are running. An electronic computer, when torque is not needed and it's at a high RPM, or high speed, the engine can shut itself halfway down and idle as a 4-cylinder. When torque is needed, the valves will reopen and allow it to run as an 8. It's a pretty cool system. We found that this car does really well on the highway for miles per gallon. Let's go to check out the interior. As I said, gray leather interior. This car is loaded to the gills with electronics. Automatic windows, up and down on the driver's side. Automatic but manual push only on the passenger seats. Window lock, and your electronic mirror adjustment. Automatic locks. Once you close in the vehicle, it becomes silent in the interior. Only thing that you'll hear is the AC running, which is what I have running right now just to keep myself cool. It's kind of a warm day. About 57 degrees. 4-spoke steering design. Fluid power steering. 4-speed automatic transmission with overdrive. This is a neat feature. This is your Twilight Sentinel. So basically what this does is, if the vehicle is going down the road, you'll see up here on the top of the dash, there's a little lens on the top of the dash here. What that does is, depending on how you have the Twilight Sentinel set, it will turn on the headlights when it gets to a certain point at dusk. And when it turns on, you'll notice that the little display here will turn the lights on. Can't really demonstrate that right now because the vehicle is in the middle of the day. But if you're in a darker zone, like say you go under a tunnel, if you have the Twilight Sentinel set to a more sensitive setting, then the vehicle would automatically turn the lights on. You've got your display adjustment as well as interior lighting activator switch, your fuel door release and trunk release. On the steering wheel, you have your temperature adjustment over here, which will adjust your temperature, your OnStar speak and end button, cruise control, cruise set and coast, your selection for your FM tuner or CD track, and your volume control for the radio. Over here you've got rear defrost, front defrost, it's recirculate modes, which are defrost feet, front, let's see if I can get it to do all the modes, front, face and feet only. I usually keep it at the face only in the vehicle. You also have your passenger temperature adjustment tool, so you can do dual zone temperature adjustment or just standard standalone temperature adjust. So passenger off, and you have your auto temperature selection for fan and temperature adjustment for feet and air. Pretty cool system. Up on your mirror, you got your OnStar system, which I will demonstrate in a moment. You also have this power button, which turns on your integrated compass. Garage home link isn't activated on this car. Passenger and driver side mirrors. And this is really cool on this car. So you've got this visor that can pop out. Oh, there goes the garage door opener. Oh well. This one can come out, and then you have a second one that comes down as well. So you make sure you don't get blinded by the sun. It's a pretty cool feature with this vehicle. And that's on the driver and passenger, as well as this has an extension shaft on it to allow you to extend the visor. As I will demonstrate here, you've got this one, and then you've got the secondary on the top as well that can be adjusted. Okay, so OnStar, you have emergency roadside assistance, OnStar call, and then this little white button will allow you to call the house, which I will now demonstrate.
OnStar ready.
Call.
Please say the name tag.
Home.
Okay, calling home.
Hello?
Just demonstrating the OnStar system in the Cadillac.
Hello. Hope you're enjoying the video. Great sound system.
Yeah, it has an awesome sound system, which I'll be demonstrating in a minute. But I just wanted to show how the OnStar telephone home link system worked.
Perfect again.
Yep. Thanks.
Absolute must for anyone that has a GM vehicle.
Yes.
Well, a good investment.
It's a very good investment, that's for sure.
Talk to you later.
See ya. You can also use the button here to activate the OnStar system.
Update OnStar ready.
Goodbye.
Pardon?
Goodbye.
Pardon?
You can disable it. It sometimes
you.
doesn't work.
Goodbye.
So it's either on or off. So on.
OnStar ready. Thank you. Goodbye.
So this system has a Bose 5.1 surround sound system, which I will now demonstrate. Very powerful sound system. Reverse camera with guidance lines. Reason why it's beeping is because of a piece of paper that I have on the tag. I'll demonstrate the seating system as well with the different adjustments. So you've got forward, back, up, and down. And then also automatic recline as well, and manual headrest adjustment. Let's go and check out the rest of the vehicle, shall we? Automatic fuel door release. Regular ethanol gas is usable, but they recommend the middle grade for a Cadillac with this engine. Very large trunk, almost 26 feet in length of cargo space. It's a very large trunk. Cubic feet, of course. Very large. So, going to check the rest of the vehicle out. I'll show you the back seat. Just a soft seating for the back. You've got your ashtray holder or auxiliary power port if you want to use an iPhone charger. Manual window adjustment. This window is non-functional right now. We got to get the motor fixed. Very soft back seat. Got your center armrest as well as storage. My camera tripod is in the compartment right now, but cup holder folds out. And then you've also got your own rear AC adjustment system. It's pretty cool. Very luxurious. And then also if you have golf bags, you can open this door and it gives you a small passage through the trunk. Back seat cubbies, as well as folder holders if you want to put files on the back. Reading lamp, as well as coat hook and handle. On certain Devilles, not this one because it's a base, but on certain Devilles, they did come equipped with cooling and heated seats for the front and heated only in the back. This vehicle is a 6-seater, so I'm going to turn the car off to save gas, but it is a 6-seater. I'll show you the interior as well on the other side, but it's a 6-seater, so you could sit 6 people in the vehicle. One in the middle portion right here. If I sit here, it's not exactly the most comfortable seat in the car, but it is doable. It has pillow top pieces here. And one thing I love about these cars is instead of having the seatbelt harness on the pillar, they put it on the seats. And it gives it kind of a racing seat design. It's really neat. I'll go around and open the other side so you can see the passenger side. Same power adjustments for your seats. You've got your up and down, forward, back, and automatic tilt. Door lock adjustment. And your single window motor switch. Another neat, interesting feature on this vehicle when it comes to the safety amenities, this vehicle in the glove box, it has this little switch here called valet lock. And what that'll do is when the vehicle was originally built, it had 3 keys. It had 2 standard Cadillac Crest keys, and then a spare key that looked similar to the one I have here. This is a recut, but it would have a spare key that would just be flat. So when this switch was activated, it would prevent certain modes. So as it says here, it prevents access to trunk, fuel fill, and garage door opener when switch is activated. Glove box is locked and valet key is used. So it also has a small little tray to hold your insurance card or whatever else you want to put in there. Or it could be used as an ashtray if you really wanted to use it. This car has lots of storage. So it's got a cubby in the armrest right here, which I'll demonstrate. It's got a cubby here. It's got your coin holder and a good amount of storage. And then on the bottom, there it goes. It's got stuck. So it's got another cubby down here for more storage. You can put a book, or like in this case, we put the spare tether clamp on the bottom because we never really used the front middle seat. And it sometimes gets hung, but that's okay. I'll make sure those papers won't get smashed best I can. Doing things one-handedly can be tricky at times. And then you've also got your spare cup holders for the driver and passenger seat. The FM system, which I'll show you here, it's got CD player, and it's also got FM1, CD, and then AM, FM2, and you can hear the Dynaride air ride suspension, AM tuner, and satellite XM, which isn't activated on this particular vehicle. So you pretty much got a tour of the vehicle in of itself. So let's go ahead and I'll set up the tripod and I'll take you for a quick test drive with the vehicle. It's a very smooth riding vehicle. It rides like a dream, as all Cadillacs do. And yeah, so let me get the tripod set up and we'll go for a test drive. Alright, so we're in the DeVille. Sorry if the display looks backwards, that's just my camera. That is a small glitch when I use the face position, but I'm going to take you for a ride with this vehicle. I'm just adjusting my seat, that's what that noise is. But this car rides like a dream. It's a very comfortable vehicle. Tilt steering wheel. And then on the transmission stock, there's a button for your traction control. It'll say traction control off or traction ready to say that it's on. So one other feature I'll show you real quick is this little display on the bottom. You can check your different features. So like feature programming is turned off. You've got your phone, which is activated. Trans fluid life, 96%. Engine oil life, 100%. Engine RPM readings, tire pressure for each tire, and your battery volts, as well as trip odometer. And then also your average miles per gallon. We're currently averaging 24.5, and your gallons of fuel used and miles per gallon instrumentation and average MP3 or MPG. So we'll go in and set it to TAC, and we'll go for a ride. As I said, this car is loaded to the gills, as a Cadillac should be. Very comfortable ride. I'm gonna put my armrest down just for that Cadillac feel. Again, if the display looks like it's backwards, that's because of my camera, not the actual display. That ticking you're hearing is other than the switch, if you hear that ticking when we're driving, that's one of the actuator valves. It's just a little sticky at times. Very soft ride, and when you get up to higher speeds, the air ride suspension system actually adjusts to give you a little bit more of an aerodynamic ride, which helps with fuel efficiency. It's really neat. A little more responsive steering than my 71 Cutlass that I reviewed about a week ago, or excuse me, about a month ago, but it still has that fluid Cadillac ride. Very soft, supple, just all around comfortable. It's a fun car to drive, good sound system, responsive V8, and for a decent vehicle, if you want to get one with maybe less than 100,000 miles, you can get one for maybe $5,000 or $6,000. They're pretty economical nowadays. Some of the cars that shared the North Star engine, if I remember correctly, was the Buick Lucerne CXL, Cadillac STS, Seville, Oldsmobile Aurora 4.0 was a smaller variant of the North Star engine, which was a 6-cylinder, and then they also carried over with the V8, which is in this vehicle here. There was a Pontiac, I think it was the Pontiac G8 or Grand Prix or something in the mid-2000s, had the North Star. Cadillac DTS and several other vehicles had this engine, but they made them from the mid-90s up to 2011, if my memory stands correct. Very comfortable, very responsive too, as you can tell. It when taking sharp turns, you'll feel its weight. It's got a little bit of a pull when you turn, but that's just because of how big the vehicle is. It weighs about 4,000 pounds, so you'll definitely feel that it's a big car, but it'll definitely scoot down the road, that's for sure. Very comfortable vehicle to drive, as I've said many times before. But I can't help it. It's just, that's the thing about these cars. They're Cadillac comfort. And you don't see many cars with the ability to sit 6 adults, especially in a sedan. Most of them are 5-seaters. And this vehicle, it had an option for an analog gauge cluster in the DTS frame. There was a Deville DTS before there was an actual model known as the DTS. But this one has the column shifter. There was also one that you could have on the floor, which was a interesting design cue that they did for the higher up, either DTS or DHS, one of the two. They made two variants. So one thing I can demonstrate, I don't know if you'll see it, but when you turn the mirror off, or the power button on the mirror, you can't see it right now, but the compass, you can turn it on or off, and it saves the little plasma screen in the vehicle. So it's a pretty neat feature. So yeah, that's the 2005 Cadillac Deville 4.6 liter North Star V8. Very comfortable car on the road, and a lot of fun to drive. So let me turn you so you can see me. But I hope you enjoyed. I'll hope to do another tour in the future. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.